So just, there we go. So this is my friend Ingrid. I just met Ingrid this morning, but she's my friend already. And Ingrid has brought with her today, and I'm going to use my mic as well, put this on, in her box. And she is going to be talking about her trip to Uganda while you guys are in Sunday school. So you're not going to be able to hear about her trip. But I asked her if she could bring some items with her and explain a little bit about what her experience is like. So I think maybe if you could gently pull out the one item that's in the box. I'm going to pass this to Ingrid. While you guys pass that along gently, be respectful that it's somebody else's item, and think if you can figure out what that is and what it's for. Ingrid, I'll give it to you.
Can you guess what it is? What is it?
I think that it feels like something you would say with like a stick.
Something what?
It feels like either a stick or a base, like what they use for baseball bats.
That's a very good guess. Well, my sponsor child, just before I left, went out to the sugarcane fields and wanted to give me a gift. And so this is a sugarcane, and many children will take it apart, and inside it's very sweet, just like sugar. That's what sugar is made from.
So they chew
it just to suck up all the juices. And it kind of gives them something to fill their bellies with.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
You're on the screen. Okay. Prim. You want to put your hand in there and go find. You know what? There's two of those, so I'll put up. What?
Oh, I have a guess what it is.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like a doll.
Oh, good guess.
Yes.
I was looking at it upside down like this. Like, okay, you hold the bottom like a root, but.
The children don't have dolls that we have here. And they're probably in stores in the city, but they do not have forms of transportation to get there, nor money. So we kind of showed them how to create some dolls. So this is the boy doll, and it's all made out of banana fiber from the banana trees. And then, of course, that's a female doll, yes. And the children themselves make that. And they stuff their heads with whatever they find as a plastic or garbage around. They will stuff it, and then they cover it up with the banana fiber.
So the banana fibers are from the trunk?
From the trunk of the tree, yes, from the banana tree.
How many people eat bananas? How many have ever seen a banana tree? Have you touched a banana tree? Nope. No. So now you get a feel of what it was like on the bark.
That's very good. It can be if you treat it with kindness, right?
Ooh.
I'll put it back here.
What do we have? Here, I'll take these.
Mine is like a ball.
It is a ball, and this is what they do they love the game. What we know as soccer, but they call it football, and this is what they kick around in the fields. And once again, they also find some garbage around the area, like plastic bags, and they stuff it, and then they cover it with banana fiber.
So they must be able to get banana fiber a
Yes,
lot?
we have about hundreds of trees that we have planted over the years. Every 3 years, though, they have to plant some more banana trees because they don't produce unless they're about 3 years old, and then once they produce, it's done. So they take all the fiber from the tree and create these things.
So how many bananas per tree grow?
We have about maybe 3 large bunches on the top of a banana tree.
So it grows 3 branches and then the
Yes.
tree is done?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking banana trees just kept...
That was my impression too. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So would this be on the ground? Like would banana fibers just kind of be on the ground?
They
or
actually
like
stripped the
they
tree
strip?
with it, and we had a whole classroom one day filled with banana fiber, and the kids were just doing crafts all day long.
That is cool. Alrighty. Okay. Who else would like to see? Khalil, have you been?
the next one?
No.
You want to guess?
1 second. The ball's a little harder than the doll. Oh, I know.
The ball is.
I know what that is.
What do you think?
How about you guys?
It's a rope.
Does somebody want to hold it up so the
rope.
people can see? You want to? Okay, there you go. I'll save your place if you want to get up. Here,
Yes, they do. And
Let
of
me guess.
course, how do you think that
Banana
skip and rope was
fibers.
created?
Who
Banana.
wants the other end?
Banana
here?
fiber.
Grab the other end.
And they braided the banana fibers. So that is used for the long skipping rope jump, right?
Do you like the skipping?
love
Yeah,
to
like,
skip.
wow.
Did kids
So it's
give
pretty
you
strong. Like hemp
It-
strong,
it-
like you
it's
could.
strong, but of course it falls apart. And you know, when I went over, I brought them skipping ropes that we have here, and they really truly love that because they do fall apart.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can see where they've been braided.
Yes,
So they
braided.
braid it and then they would kind of bend a bit or you'd knot them in.
Yes.
So awesome.
That
Somebody skip. I'm not skipping. Yeah. Okay. Okay, why don't you grab
How
something
many
from the
kids
box?
did you take this from?
Well, actually, they made it for me to bring back to Canada because they wanted to share a little bit of what their life is like back there.
Ooh. Here, you sit in my lap now.
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
I think it's the dirt or the soil.
That's right. And as you see, it's very red soil that they have,
It's like
clay-like.
PEI soil.
And it basically floats around all day. And at the end of the day, even though you don't look that color, when you start to sponge bathe, the whole bath water is that color because it just goes all over you.
So it would be on the bottom of your shoes or if your bare feet, it would be on your
Definitely.
feet.
A lot
Tuck
of
it in the
dirty
house.
feet, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they can see it in the camera there. Can you see Carlene's over with the camera?
There it is.
So it's like PEI dirt color. I'm thinking of Liz with your dirt. It's that orangey dirt, but it's not sand. Cool.
I
Hey,
thought it was rock.
Sure you
There's
can.
lots, bunch of rocks there.
You can walk down there. Do you want to pick something else?
And there's just one more thing, I believe.
Prim, one more. Do you want me to take? I'll take the ball. You want me to put the ball back in the God box? Okay. Whoops. There you go. You can each have. Whoa, whoa, gentle. I don't know. What do you think?
It's a necklace,
Put it
but do you
on?
know what it's made out of?
I don't know.
Shells.
It's not made out of
Okay.
shells.
It's very light. Do you want a handle? Can you?
What do you think?
Rocks or minerals.
They kind of looks like rocks, but if you touch them,
Beads?
they're actually made out of paper. Paper. And what they do is take a toothpick and they narrow out pieces of paper, like old magazines and newspapers, and they roll them up to make them look like little rocks.
I'm gonna tell you. Yep.
And then they paint them
So they roll them first, and then they paint them with
with the paint that we supply
paint?
for them.
Okay.
String them up, and some of them are even getting into patterning. So we sold out on those necklaces, but they wanted us to make sure that we brought them back. So we have a whole suitcase filled with necklaces like that that the children made with adult supervision to paint and shellac them at the end. And we sell those for $10 just to help them replenish some of the materials.
That is awesome. So are you selling them today? Do you have any today?
I have a few here today if
Okay,
you're
so
interested.
they were $10
Yeah.
made out of paper and painted. They're very light, very light, and they have like a little clasp, like it would like a necklace. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for
And
bringing
thank you.
and sharing your. Whoops, can I put those up on the communion table for today? Interesting that no matter where we are in the world, we have things that we decorate ourselves with. We have things that we play with. We have balls that we do sports with. So no matter where we are, a lot of times we use of what we have. And when we think of what balls that we have, what kind of stuff are our balls made out of? Rubber, plastic, blow-up balls, hard balls, baseballs, some are leather. But I'm thinking a lot of plastic. When you talk about skipping ropes, what are our skipping ropes made out of? Plastic, rubber, those plastic handles. And so I think it kind of leads into next week what Liz will be talking about plastics are an environment and what we use on our earth. So it's interesting that they can use things that are recyclable, you know, that they come from the banana trees that they have to take down anyways. And then when your rope is broken up, you go and you get more of those same fibers and make your things again. And so when they're finished, they decompose, they don't go into a landfill.
That's right.
So that's very interesting. Well, thank you, Ingrid, for
thank
sharing
you.
with us today. I'd like to finish up with our prayer, if we could. You want to help me lead?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. Ready? Be in my eyes and in my seeing. God be in my ears and in my listening. God be in my mouth and in my speaking. And God be in my heart and in my loving. Amen.